Yeah, so my name's Lisa Maddock. I'm the antenatal clinic manager at Lancashire Teaching Hospitals. So I manage our antenatal outpatient services, predominantly for our high-risk cohort of women. So our clinics run from Mondays to Fridays, and we work across both Preston and Chorley trusts, running both obstetric-led clinics and some midwife-led clinics as well. So there's a few things that have kind of happened over the course of the last 12 months in terms of updates and changes that have helped to improve our services overall. So we've looked at lots of process pathways in order to streamline services in terms of how women refer into our service and how appointments are made and things. So one of those is that we have looked at how women book their dating scans. So historically, we would always ask the woman to ring up and book their dating scan after they'd had their booking appointment. We now make that appointment for the women, so it just means that that service is streamlined. We've got a fail-safe procedure so that we know that appointments have been made. Feedback from women was that they would often struggle to get through to book their scan appointments. So this way it just means that they're already booked in for them, and then we can follow up any women that then don't attend for that scan. They've also got the option to kind of call us if that appointment's not as they wanted it to be, which just reduces the amount of phone calls that are coming through to our team as well. We've set up recently, kind of within the last about 6 months now, we now have a vaccination specialist midwife who has set up lots of ad hoc clinics and scheduled clinics for vaccination services, which has seen a massive increase in the number of vaccines that we're being able to offer for women. So she runs ad hoc clinics from both the Preston site and the Chorley site, but also some of the community centres as well, just to enable women to be able to get to any area that they can, and that they have seen a big increase in the number of vaccines that are being uptaked from women, within our area. A really massive service that's just been set up over the last 12 months is that we've become a maternal medicine network centre. So that's a centre for the region. And this means that we have a specialist midwife who runs and manages the maternal medicine network from our team. But they also then have set up quite a number of specialist clinics that look at women with medical comorbidities, and they run weekly MDT meetings, which involves midwives and doctors from both our trust and from external trusts as well, but also includes specialists from whichever clinical comorbidity that they wanted to discuss, which is vital for care, and it just means that they can have a fulfilled kind of MDT, which incorporates both our medical clinicians and our obstetric teams as well. So it just means that women have got the right care plan in place, normally from really early on in their pregnancy. We do have a named consultant for lots of our maternal medicine ladies, which means that they've got an element of continuity there as well, and that care plans are being put in place nice and early, so it means that there's no surprises kind of at the end of their pregnancy. So we've got currently set up a specific epilepsy service, which runs from antenatal clinic once a month, and we have an epilepsy specialist nurse that attends that. So again, it just kind of triangulates our care for women who are epileptic. We've got a very new hypertension clinic that's been set up. So that's for women that have got current hypertension or developed hypertension within their pregnancy or have had previous hypertension. And again, it just means that they've got a very specific pathway of care that means that we can set them up with home blood pressure monitoring, and they've got the relevant bloods and relevant scans, and everything's set up for them there. And all the other maternal medicine clinics are held again at Preston, with the same consultant. They've just recently received funding for to have a echo and ECG machine that's put within our clinic. So it just means that our women can have a one-stop shop. If they've got cardiac conditions, it means they can have them all done there rather than having to refer out. So it's really exciting in terms of what we can manage from our service kind of within maternity and not having to send women to different places. Alongside that, we have just appointed a multiples specialist midwife. So she looks after, part of her role is to look after all our twin pregnancies. So she's got a specialist clinic now, which again runs from Preston, but again she works alongside our scan team with alongside consultant, which provides a huge amount of continuity for our twin pregnancies, and she's put a lot of new pathways and things together, which can kind of incorporate everything together, so that again it's continuity for the women, but it just means that everything's a one-stop shop for our multiples pregnancies. More locally, we've moved across our day unit service. So day unit normally incorporates any scheduled work, so women that are requiring regular CTG monitoring or BP profiles or just need kind of steroid injections. That always used to run from our triage department, which is our emergency service department, and it was never felt that that was in the right place, both for the women and for the service itself. So about 3 months ago now, we've moved that scheduled work over to antenatal clinic. So that's run kind of from our service now, which just means that women aren't sitting within that emergency service when they just need when they're here for a scheduled appointment. It means that the appointments run better, but it also frees up that vital time within that emergency service so that they can deal with that.